So, having never played Dromai, a few things for me to wrap my head around. Now, I know Dromai is obviously on the way out in Class Constructed. I think we're going to run this combo in Blitz primarily, and the reason for that is 20 HP is a much better threshold for what we're trying to do, and what we're trying to do is basically stack up the red hot effect and deal a bunch of burn damage that way instead of the usual beatdown with dragons, although I do have a massive deck here. So we gotta find the fine line between how Dromai normally works and what we're going for exactly. So we're gonna look at some actual proper decks to start off, although we will take our spin on it. So for instance, Command & Conquer, we don't need that. So Dromai looks to be one of the big key players because of the action point generation. And while this is under a permanent other than Dromai, that permanent has Phantasm. Yeah, so you want to turn that into Dromai, so Dromai doesn't have Phantasm. The dust cards are actually pretty genius that I've never really paid attention to, right? So you want to play them into specific ones. Granted, again, searching for specific things never really goes too well, but so you can play the Necro one, the Skeleton Dragon, the cheap red one. Do I run of them? I grabbed all the ones that I thought would be useful. What's your effect again? Opponents can't play cards or activate abilities during your turns. That's kind of nice, but all we really need, right? So the chain link should go something like this: Phantasmal Symbiosis to name Red Hot as our card, then some dragons, then Red Hot, then Fractal Replication, right? So we do have to figure out how many action points we need, as well as our best chance of attacking with dragons and not being popped and those shenanigans. So another big thing is we have the Dreamweavers for one Phantasmal Symbiosis, right? To get rid of that, so that way the chain link doesn't get disrupted. But we will have it on Fractal Replication as well, which makes it a little bit of an issue. How to go? I guess we just do Phantasm. When we look through the cards, they can, I guess, remove it in some extent. So Footsteps, first time illusionist attack action card you control is destroyed. Each turn you may pay 1 if you do gain action points. Whenever you defend, you may pay 1 if you do, it becomes. So that's kind of nice. I think the Snapdragon Scalers is still better overall, right? So Snapdragon Scalers off of Symbiosis, that's 1 action point. Then Dragons, they will have Go Again, although we need some sort of activator because of Dromai. We need to play red card. Although there are a bunch of red attacks that do have Go Again. I know there was like an aura or something that was removed, or actually I think there was an instant card. The problem is we're running out of cards in hand. Tome of the 5 Rend would come in handy. Instant, it's draw 2, so it's a +1. Well, actually +1 though, that's an issue. Master Mirage, first illusionist attack each turn can't gain Phantasm. So that'd be great to have it on board. But if it's targeted, then that's no good. Is there anything else? We'll stick that in the deck as a maybe. And it's also blue, which we don't like. I think it was, what was it called? I think it was Semblance, which we might have just gone past. Yeah. Negate all Phantasm triggered effects of target illusionist attack you control. The attack loses and can't gain Phantasm, which is good to have as a clutch card, but in Dromai it doesn't quite work. So one of the big reasons why this setup would probably be just significantly better in Prism is Luminaris. Luminaris giving Fractal Replication, as well as whatever attacks you chain together. Go Again is just such a huge thing, right? Because right now we need at least 1 action point. For each red hot we play, we need another, so that could be potentially 3, and then Fractal 4. So we need 4 extra action points to make this work. Chromie with our effect would generate 1. So that would be the best thing to have on board, but can be destroyed. And then Lead the Charge would be another 2. Raise Reflex also a good, but then it's also minus a card, right? So with Snapdragon Scalers we need 3. For each time Snap Potion, we -1, but it's also blue. There's a lot to the ratio, basically. So I think what I want to do to start off is just grab the good parts of this deck that we probably want to follow, like Sink Below, Sigil, probably not Scar for a Scar or Snatch. The Tome, yes. Any attacks would Go Again. Probably 2 Phoenix Flame. I know this is a Class Constructed deck, but we'll utilize it nonetheless. So I guess everything can just go to maybe. It's a bit awful. Be nice if there was like a maybe all button. Though I suppose I could do 2 birds, 1 stone, keep the cards I actually want to keep. So keep the combo pieces, keep Chromie. All the other dragons can go for now. Also didn't include any of the high-costing dragons. Lead the charge as part of the combo. Over Oasis Respite will keep. Phoenix Flame. Break the Embers definitely. Sand Cover, Sigil, Sink Below. Resist Transform. Nope. Definitely keep the Tome. Uprising is just Draconic Attacks, that's probably too slow. Whispers might be too slow. I definitely want to keep the Draw Engines. Maybe not Tome of Ferendale. I don't think AG should be a problem. Yeah, so look at that. Even on base, the deck is already pretty fleshed out. Now we need the Ash for Chromie. We did have it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one. So Mage Master Boots could also come in handy. No, the reaction's probably better, because everything we play is basically 1 or less. Right, we can play it off of... Is it attack actions? It is attack actions, but ideally you play it straight off of Phantasmal Symbiosis. So we do want to keep reds. I guess Tome of Imperial kind of replaces Tome of Ferendale, or even Tome of the Firebrand, because we should be able to get to Chainlink 4 easy enough. But it's about having it in hand and also the resources to utilize it. Then the maybe for now. Put Fate Casino in as defensive card. Probably put Blaze Headlong in. Though we'd rather just reds that have go again in base. Blaze Headlong is 0 cost, which makes it super good. Burn Away is a nice idea if we're using the Phoenix Flames. The Chainlinks don't have to hit, it just has to be Chainlink 4 or higher, yeah. Right, so we can dump Phoenix Flames as 0s, and that way the opponents can't do anything against them, but it still counts as a Chainlink. I think that's a well enough idea. We're 4 cards away, and then I guess we just try the deck and see what happens. I don't think we have enough action points. Right, 2 off Razor Reflex, 2 off Lead the Charge, 1 off Snapdragon Scalers, but the problem is we have to draw into everything, which is really worrisome. What other attacks do they run? We have Ravenous Rabble, Rake the Embers. Flame Caller's Awakening. Put that in. That finds the Phoenix Flame, which is definitely helpful. Anything to add to hand is better. We have Sigil, we have Sink Below, we have Sand Cover. We do want to run a lot more defense. Burn them all, but it's not an attack. I think just Blaze Headlong. And that's the basis of the deck to start off. Probably don't need both cash-ins because we do have our Crown, right? The other cash-in is just too costly. We can probably cut one of them out. Art of War actually is go again as well. So that works. And it's also a buff to the whole chain. I mean, it's not looking too bad. I just know it will be a much easier time with Prism and Luminaris. Because then Phantasmal Symbiosis is basically name a card, it gets go again with Luminaris. Well, you have to have the yellow in pitch, but same thing. You know what? We'll play against the boss for a bit and see how it feels. I do want to get a hang of the deck first. So few cards, or it looks like so few cards, then finding any specific thing is always hard. Alright, like this is a pretty awful start. Alright, not bad. You cash in the gold. Go positive. The fact that we can play the dust. I mean, we're actually pretty set up for the combo as long as we draw correctly. We just play the dust, and we know we're playing Chromie next turn, so that can go in the arsenal. There's a Fate Foreseen. We can block with that, we can opt. Art of War. We need some way to get rid of the cash-in. I should have blocked with the cash-in, actually, to burn it. 2 copies of cash-in is definitely bad, because we really only want it for the gold. I go to the start of the turn? Yeah, okay, so we block with cash in. I think we still block with Paper Scene. And in a normal round, we spread out the blocks because they'd probably attack more than once. Keep the Art of War because it's draw. Right, we can then play Dromai. Dromai then doesn't have Phantasm, which is big. So it means, as long as we play red, it has go again, and it also generates an action point. So Dromai is the big ticket item. Issue is now it can be targeted. Phantasmal Symbiosis goes there. We lead the charge in Art of War. This is kind of what we want, but also not. It's just not the right ordering. Right, we have action points, but we'd have to burn or lead the charge, and Art of War, and Red Hot to draw. I think overall it's the hand size that's really going to mess us up. But say we play Art of War, we ditch lead the charge, we draw 2, take the go again. Imperial Flame helps, because we're trying to stack resources for Flamescale Furnace. It's still Royal. What's that if you don't? Banish your whole hand. Okay, that's bad. Then we can get rid of Sigil, and the other lead the charge. And we're so close, we just don't have the right cards. Going positive in draw is the headache here. Although Tome is positive, we're always going to lose cards because we're pitching. Which kind of means we have to turtle until the deck's really small. Decrease our odds of actually landing the combo in the way I want. We need to figure out more ways to draw. This is two-handed, isn't it? Yeah. Tensei is kind of an interesting idea. Gorgon Tome just as the minus. Devious Meeps has go again if it hits. It's kind of better, though we do want more zero cost reds. I think Mischievous Meeps is probably the right inclusion. Ravenous Rabble, Dragons, Blaze Headlong. Problem is we can't have all the pieces in our hand to make this work. Thinking Mischievous Meeps, get rid of one cash in. And one Razor Reflex, one Lead the Charge, maybe? One Phoenix Flame. The chance of us getting both is kind of small. Though we could cut something else. We'll give it another go. Not fitting exactly as planned. Alright, the Ash Wings definitely help. Turning Ash into Ward is also nice. Problem is, this is kind of bad early on. Right, because we only get 2 Ash out of it. Well, that was dumb. Thought it would auto-pick. Alright, so you can swing with them, because I have played red, but they do have Phantasm. So I guess you pass and you hold. There's Fractal Replication, there's Red Pots. But we don't have another attack for the Art of War. Okay, so the attacks definitely feel off. Get rid of Razor Reflex, I think. I think Leave the Charge is a lot easier to get it off. Add back in the tome. Or Gorganian? That? Yeah. Add that in, add another Phoenix Flame in. Maybe cut out some of the defensive cards. I mean, ideally we want to start with a bigger hand. On the turn we're trying to get it off. It's not a horrible start. Flamecrawl's Awakening is definitely a good attack into it. Guess we just burn the Arm 4. There's Symbiosis and another Audible. Okay, that's a decent enough start. We can play Sink Below, cycle the Sigil. Phoenix Flames, that's another attack. But we're just missing the Red Hots and Fractal Replication. Now the Firebrand's no good because we can only get to 3. And we don't have the resources either for it. And you could start off with gold, right? That stacks up Flamescale Furnace. I think the call is still Art of War, go with the tome, draw 2, take the go again. Get the Phoenix Flame out, because Flamecaller can find the other one. Use the tome. We can then pitch away Fate Scene. I guess Mischievous Meeps. So we use the Flamescale Furnace to draw one more card. Doesn't quite help us. Otherwise we have Phantasmal Symbiosis into Flamecrawler as well. I guess we just pop the gold to a 2. Blaze Headlong. So if we target something like Blaze Headlong, the nice thing is that gives Fractal Replication. Go again. Problem is we don't have Fractal Replication. So I like the idea of having different outs for Fractal Replication, which makes me want to sort of include Lava Burst and Searing Touch. Lava Burst more so because it's 0. We're going to Rise Up. Don't know if we can get this to work actually. In a proper setting. We'll look for more hands. There's the cash in, which we want to go for. Phantasmal is a 3-block, which is kind of nice. Problem is now the cash in's dead. Problem is getting the normal draw engines to work that we use for Melody, since we're not in blue. Once we can get Flamescale Furnace working, it's great. But we'd have to draw correctly to do so. It's really just about surviving. Cycling the combo pieces. Zencover is such an excellent use though, because it's 4. Maybe Tome of the Firebrand just doesn't work, it's too slow. I should have been getting rid of attacks, not Mischievous Meeps. Inflame. When you attack, if you play another red card this turn, you may return from a graveyard, otherwise it's just a 0 with go again. As long as we have the dragons, getting the chain link isn't the issue. It's just having the right cards in hand. And the right amount of action points. I guess I should think about the combo differently. Blooded Drakkar is also kind of fantastic. Especially for decreasing red hot. And even Tome of the Firebrand. The main idea is find Chromie, have Chromie. I guess protect Chromie, which is kind of hard. And then just have Fractal, Red Hot, and Symbiosis. In which case, taking the defensive cards is definitely better. I just have to really slow play. You don't really have to care about the damage of Blaze Headlong. So I rather would have Inflame. Right, we just want cheap cards. 3 Aether Ashwings is definitely necessary. And then 0 cost attacks are necessary. Flamecaller Awakening is definitely worth it because we get Phoenix Flame, so it's either neutral or plus a card to our hand. I think I have to slow play it. Problem is we might just end up taking way too much damage. Right, so we have the combo. The combo itself is useless right now. It's also a problem, because unless we have cards to play, we can't really cycle back around. I mean, Tome kind of works. It means we have to ditch the lead the charge. Very confused. Alright, Tome only costs 1. I don't know why I was thinking it was cost 2. So again, we have just 2 Phantasmal Symbiosis, which is definitely wrong. So maybe I'd cut it down to only 1, but then I hate having to find one specific card. The problem is right now we want cash in. We take Remembrance, and that way we don't have to worry about burning the combo. And it is a real just fatigue style deck. Yeah, because we're just taking too many turns where we're taking damage. Yeah, I don't really have anything to cycle here either. Popping the gold definitely always feels wrong. Gets me the Ashwings. I guess it's kind of better. Now Lead the Charge was the card we really wanted back. Yeah, and we popped the gold, otherwise cash in would have been decent here. Tome is definitely the greatest starter, since you can try and get the resources back. You have to pitch reds? You do. That's fine as well. So that only gets us 1 extra resource, which is not enough. So ideally, again, see if we had the gold coin, cashing would work in this scenario. We don't have the gold coin. I think I'm thinking about this deck wrong. I think we specifically want to just have the combo pieces. So either pitch away the cards we want, then Remembrance and Shuffle ruins it. Just not as simple as the Melody deck. Take stronger block cards, I guess. Cut out some reds. We want the reds for the burn effect of Red Hot. Has to be something I'm missing. Dromai is definitely a big thing, but you need to find 2 cards in order to get that on board. And it could be disrupted. That's actually not very strong. Tome, you go -1. No, you don't go -1. Tome should... No, because you have to pitch 2, yeah. No, so you do go -1. But you're basically stocking it up with Flamescale Furnace. So Tomes into Cashion is great, but you need both Tomes. I think the Chainlink 4 is also kind of an issue. Maybe it's just not as good as what I'm thinking. Seems like such a fun effect. Actually pulling it off just doesn't work. You just have to draw right. Right, so that's kind of the perfect start, but it's also completely awful. It's really awful. Because there's not even anything for me to play and pitch away. Oh, and look, there's Chromie. Is there a way I can make this work? We play Chromie. No, but it's when we pitch for red. So we play Phantasmal Symbiosis, but then that breaks the chain. You'd have to play gold first. It's the only way to start the chain here. You play gold, you pitch 2 reds, you get Ash, you can then invoke Chromie. You can then attack with Chromie for an action point, Chainlink 1. Attack with Phantasmal Symbiosis, Chainlink 2. I have to get rid of Red Hot. We get Art of War. Also got rid of Chromie, which was bad. And also now it's Phantasm, which we dislike. Plus we don't have anything to pitch. Other than pitching Art of War, I guess. But we don't even need the resources. But nope, that doesn't do it either. All we want is Red Hot, Fractal Replication, and Symbiosis. That's 3 cards in here. We have 2 dragons, that pushes it Chainlink 4, so that's fine. Snapdragon Scalers, so that's that go again. Need 1 more go again, so that's 4 cards in hand. And it's 4 cards in hand to do what? 9 extra damage through the burn. So that's not really enough either. Not to mention then you have all their costs to pay for. Yeah, I think just mathematically it's just not feasible. You'd have to get the perfect draw of double tome into cash in to replenish your hand, right? Because that would end up being neutral. Because you'd have the resources from pitching the reds. No, you'd still be -1. Then you could, like, if you use the gold, you'd keep the resources and be able to play stuff at the very least. But working backwards, yeah, it's a fun idea. It just definitely doesn't seem feasible. Right, Fractal, Red Hot, Symbiosis. 3-card Link, they all need an action point. If you throw Chromie in there, that's at least 1. You need 1 other Aether Ashwing. Snapdragon Scalers, that's 2 action points. Right, so 1 action point Chromie goes into Red Hot with Snapdragon Scalers goes into Fractal Replication. That's the simplest form of the combo. But you need to have Chromie on board and an Aether Ashwing on board. Which doesn't work because then that's your hint. Unless there's an easy way to go positive, it's not going to pay off. Mainly because, again, it's just the ordering is the big issue. Has to be double tone into cash in, into Phantasm Symbiosis, into Red Hot, into that. There's so many cards to try and line up. Whereas with Luminaris, it's just pitch a yellow. Yellow's already better for the draw engine. Okay, let's think about this in a row. You don't have to pitch for Art of War. Is it a positive draw? No. It's a neutral draw with the benefit of gaining gold gap, which is actually very impactful. Right, it makes it better than Lead the Charge, which is negative draw. Get rid of Lead the Charge. Occupy the same spot. No, fair and doubt. If you didn't have the resource, pay the resource, it would be positive draw, but you don't have gold gap. In red, with Mage Master Boots, it's not going to benefit you. So Tome can go too. Cash in. Solely there for us to use with the gold. So one of that can go. But we still want to hold it, the actual combo. Tome of Firebrand would be great, right? Especially once we've stocked up resources. You really need the 2 tomes. So even if we run Remembrance, it does nothing. We can pitch it away, but that's the only out to it. Otherwise, it's a dead card in hand that we can use straight away, but it has more benefit the longer we wait. We take a bunch of instants to cut down our hand. Problem is, none of them really cycle. What are all the instants in games? Less damage is good. And you don't have to pick a source. 0 cost. Don't need X Arcane. Even bigger than that would be fantastic if it could hit. Memorial Ground, putting card to the top is nice, but it has to be an attack action card. 3 cost, create 3 shields to prevent 3 damage. Kind of bad. Reinforced Alliance, kind of interesting. 2 for Peace of Mind is bad in red. Honda Token is nice. Problem is, we just won't survive long enough to actually thin out our deck this way. basically all we want is the actual attacks of the chain. Which again, we don't need any attack actions, right? We want Chromie for an action point, or even double Chromie. If I just take stuff that does create spectral shields or wards damage, well, let's look at all the auras. They turn destroy and create 3 shields. Very nice, and has ward in itself. If you dealt damage instead, destroy. But 4, beginning of your end phase, destroy it. Unless you play a non-attack action card this turn. Or 4, beginning of your turn, destroy it. There's definitely ways to just try and go big. Might not pay off well though. He's still going to take a lot of damage. Destroy target. If you do, you may put another one from your hand. That's not that great. Definitely want to stay in red though. Need attacks for Art of War. It's also an issue. We don't care about the buff. We're looking specifically for cards. We only need one. Phantasmal Symbiosis. I think we're just going full defense. Let's see how this feels. Tome of the Firebrands next thing on the chopping block. But I don't think you can ever outcompete the damage coming towards you. Even with all the damage negation. Even this is more of an aggressive hand. It's a lot of the pieces we want, just in the very wrong order. Yeah, so the problem is we brick again. Firebrand is going to be way too hard to get working. Move Roten. Oh god. I'm meant to be doing maybe. Was it Ravenous Rabble? Right, let's look at everything with Ward. What is it? Yep, it only works once though. Leave Reality, Very Spectral Shield. It's like block 2 basically. There's really not that many things with Ward. What about Prevent? Well, we have everything already. Still need more. I mean, putting potions out is definitely nice. Opt is definitely nice. We either want to be blocking or sinking our hand. More cards. Passing Mirage is kind of nice. I mean, the more things on board too, the more likely they are to attack that stuff. Problem is we have actually way too many low cost cards. Get more healing. I still think we just take way too much damage. Yeah, even our best efforts. I mean, Rake the Embers is kind of nice. We can get rid of, like, Phoenix Flame to cycle it. We get 2 Aether Ashwings. Paper Sink on the arsenal. So we can use Brush Off. I guess is what you want to do. No, we can do this better. We do Fate Perceiving, that way we get to Alt. Healing Balance fine at the top. We can then... Does it have Go Again? It does not have Go Again. That does have Go Again though. I don't want to go the opposite way, but it's fine. Number 2. It really isn't that good. I'd much rather have Brush Off. And so far we're not taking damage. But again, this has very little damage output. Changing Melody gets us 2 more Ash, which is nice. We actually want to pitch away... What? That was wrong. Healing Balm is 0, yeah. We want to pitch away the Fractal. Alright, damage prevention and some healing. Before is just so little. There's Chromies, but we don't have better actual sand cover. Not sand cover, the actual... God, what's it called? The other one. Dust of something Cavern. The Chain Melody disappeared, which is fine. It's easy enough for us to keep on board too. We play Healing Balm. Probably play 1 Chromie next turn. But it is an instant, so we can do Sand Cover. One of them gets Ward, prevents damage for this turn. Then we can do Chromie off of the other Ash. I guess that Blessing. It's not as much damage prevention. Does Peace of Mind take the priority? I feel like it should, but we also have the combo pieces now. More or less. The gold is the best way to start off. So at this point we take the 2. We can then play cash in first off the gold. See what our extra card is. Another Red Hot, which is okay, it's not perfect though. I mean, it's not, this is, I guess, the theoretical point. We even have enough resources to play everything. No. We don't. We have to get rid of 1 Red Hot. All for just a Fractal into Red Hot. It's better than nothing. Well, we need to have played a red card first, right? Which also makes it worse. Because we really wanted Tome as an instigator. I guess we continue preventing damage. We just buy turns to try and whittle down our opponent resources and energy. Even that's kind of bad. I got rid of the other copy, I think, so I don't really want to ditch it. But I have to ditch both red hots. Honda token's kind of nice. Problem is, we've gotten rid of the cash in now. You definitely want to help. We're starting to take damage. You can also just block with these cards. They are nice to pitch into one another. This one costs 2. But we are thinning out the deck, which is what we really want. I mean, the Whispers should almost guarantee that we can... it's up to 8. No, but it's played. Keep 1 to play then. Block with 1. Block with the other. Definitely want the other Imperial Tome. I mean, bottom those 2. Keep the sand cover. So I think this is much better, but I botched it by getting rid of the cash in early. Yeah, now we're in a bit of a pickle too. But this is how we stack up the pitch at the very least. Yeah, so we really need the draw here to get back the other card, right? Because if we had cash in, it could have been 2 more cards, and all we need is 1. In fact, you could probably get both the cash in and the gold off the 2 times. Maybe it's worth running both cash ins. Alright, I think, yeah, defensive is definitely what we're trying to do. I don't know how well it will pay off, though. Take that, take that. So I'm tempted to put the Unformed back in. Technically, we don't need any attacks at this point. It's really just playing defensively. In which case, some of the dragons, I guess, would be a little bit better. I guess Miragi. Get rid of Inflame and Phoenix Flame. And it's really just about turtling and holding the cards, which I don't think will ever pan out in Blitz. Maybe in Class Constructed. It'd be a very weird deck to run in Class Constructed. And with the extra cards, it might even be way too slow. I mean, the Dust is a great start. We don't really want to play Chromie. Problem is, in Class Constructed, we wouldn't be able to do enough burn damage. Playing that is better, because it'll get me Ash. We want to play Brush Off, and we should probably just use the Sigil. Alright, that gets us Ash and buys us another turn. Actually, I should pitch the Phantasmal Samarisis. Is it? You have to pitch a red card. Alright, we have the Ward, so we don't have to worry about taking damage. We can then play Enchanting Melody next turn. Get rid of the Symbiosis. There's the cash in, but we don't want cash in yet. So we have the Ward, so we don't have to worry. And it's just basically about restocking our Ward every turn, which definitely won't be enough damage. And getting rid of the cards we don't want, but also stockpiling Ash. Okay, this is a problem though. I have to play Sand Cover. Gets us 3 Spectral Shield, which I guess is kind of better. Because we don't have anything to spend the cash in on. If we draw a 0, we're sort of screwed. We don't want to block, but I guess we have to block. Yeah, we're not getting cards to cycle. With one more ward, we take 1 damage, it's not a big deal. We then play Rake the Embers. Pitch Red Hot for now. Get 3 Aether Ashwings. 2 cards open. Yeah, but now the deck's stacked against us, because we're just finding the combo pieces instead. We have to make sure to pitch them away. We need more defensive cards that actually cost something. As good as like Fate Scene or Brush Off could be, it's the fact that there's 0 cost that's really bogging us down. They don't allow us to cycle. Even just a piece of equipment with a blanket effect could go a long way. I guess I could take the off-color defensive cards. Ugh. Yeah, we have all the red prevents. Defense reactions. Rise above. I guess, yeah, taking some of the defense reactions is better. Unmovable's way too heavy of a cost, though. Wicked Trick's kind of nice. It's also kind of situational. I mean, Unmovable allows us to pitch away the cash-ins, but there are going to be a lot of times where we don't have 3 cards to pitch away. It could be a hassle. They're the only red ones too. We get rid of the healing potion. Healing balm. And get rid of... Yes, the Phoenix Flame. Although we can just play it to ditch it. Have to keep the combo pieces. Everything else is defensive. Yeah, I guess it's Phoenix Flame. I really just want to see how much damage we end up preventing. Because that's kind of the tell whether or not this would actually be feasible. In this scenario, use Blessing of Spirits, get rid of the Phantasmal Symbiosis, hold Sink Below and Unmovable. Stick Unmovable in the arsenal, and then that's a really good defensive turn, right? We're going to get 3 ward next turn. I can use Sink Below to cycle something, probably the Red Hot. Yeah, so it's literally just about preventing as much damage as possible and then cycling all the combo pieces to the bottom. So they're stacked up nicely. We get rid of Red Hots, keep the Tome for now. Dust is great because we do want to play it. We want to hold it until we want to play Chromie. We go Dust. And then... does it not have Go again? I guess it doesn't have Go again. Alright, so that was a mistake. It should have gone Whispers into Dust. Right, and that lets us sink all the combo pieces and keep the cards we actually want. Now, we actually haven't pitched anything for Break the Embers to work, but we have Unmovable, so we can pitch 3 reds and then play Break the Embers. So put that to the bottom and keep all these at the top. Right, then we can play the Dust. Now, whatever big attack happens is fine. I guess we could then break it up, right? If they were to swing with a big attack, so if we're against like Guardian, Bruce, or anything, Unmovable's to go. Otherwise, if they were to do a bunch of small, we'd use Brush Off, Fate Foreseen, and then not worry about the Unmovable. Because we're against the bots, Moveable's the right play. Sink Fate Foreseen, Brush Off, and Tome. Gets us 3 Ash, which is nice. Prevents 8, which is huge. And then we can also use Wreck the Embers to get a bunch of bodies, which we can attack and also have as, you know, extra life, basically. So you want to hold Tome till the end. So all we're doing... now we can't even play Wreck the Embers. Alright, so we just Arsenal Wreck the Embers. We still have the block 3, basically. And we should get other stuff as well. In this scenario, everything really works. And it's just about preventing the correct amount of damage. Which I guess would be Brush Off in this scenario. And we might as well heal. I mean, so far we're not taking anything, but obviously it's only pushing 2 damage every turn. Break the Embers, pitch, Practical Replication. Keep the Chromie Ash. Right, we're not just going to swing, because we don't really care about damage. Again, the combo should do enough damage. Emphasis on should. Arsenal, 4 more cards. Really not thinning out deck quick enough, though. Alright, so Chromie's the conundrum, right? Because we want to play it, especially if we have the Dust up. But then it's also another body that the enemy can attack. So we don't want to play it. So we can Sigil, just block. No, so we'd sink here. Get rid of the Tome again. We'd have to really keep track of what's at the bottom. Play Sigil. Chromie. I mean, if there's a ton of ward support in Mistveil, this deck, or this backbone could be kind of nice. We have enough Ash for Rake the Embers again. We have enough ward that we don't have to worry, because we want the Sigil to be utilized, because it'll be destroyed again anyway. We don't mind summoning... God, Ragi? right? As a way to sink more damage. Because that's the big thing. We want to think of all the dragons except Chromie, because Chromie's important to the combo as just bodies. We can play with the Sigil. Heal a bit, get rid of the Sigil protection. Still take no damage, which is good. Play Rake the Embers. No, but we don't have enough to pitch anyway. Still play Rake the Embers. Go Chromie again. Get 3 more Ash. Yeah, so each of these is also a one body that could soak some damage. Alright, we have double sand cover. We have Raji to get rid of the cash in. So we do have the Spectral Shield, but we do want to burn cards from our hand. 4 is a bit overkill, but again, against a normal opponent, 4 would probably be fine. We can get rid of one of them. Use an Ash. How does it prioritize? That's interesting. I guess because it's fleeting and it knows. But then should know with the Sigil anyway. Kinda weird. Right, so we can play you. Right, we have to transform normal Ash. I mean, pitch Sand Cover to get 1 Ash back, but that doesn't work because we want to get rid of the pieces. We get rid of Cash In. We can start swinging a lot more effectively at this point. Put Sand Cover in the arsenal. Have a bunch of block again. Okay, so the Enchanting Melody can be played off Phantasmal Symbiosis to sink that. Hold the Sigil for the turn afterwards, so we just block with Whispers. The Opt is kind of nice, but it's not super impactful. Enchanting Melody, pitch that. That brings us back with Ward, and in total we have 7, so we're already sitting with a ton of Ward, which is nice. Blessing of Spirits we want to play, Sigil we want to play, Fate Foreseen we can block with, but we're probably cycling it. Enchanting Melody has to go here. Well, we would be able to play non-action cards to extend it. But again, depending on the situation with how much damage they're putting out. Okay, then we want to play... Doesn't really matter, are we playing both? Neither of go again, so that doesn't matter. I guess since we already have the 3 Spectral Shield, Blessing of Spirits is better. We can get rid of the... Unmovable is probably decent hold. We kind of want Arsenal slot open. This gets us Ash, which allows us to open the Arsenal slot too. Right, so he's attacking. Assume it's more damage than 2. Then we can use Sand Cover. Transform normal Ash. That disappears. We get 3 more Spectral Shield. We can then play Enchanting Melody again, or the Sigil. That's going in the arsenal. We don't care about cycling you, but we do care about pitching. Alright, so we do Enchanting Melody. We get 2 Ash. We have a bunch of Ward. We can stash. It's more beneficial, it doesn't really matter. At this point, they're probably fodder. God, I can't say that word. Fodder? Or Imperial Tome. Alright, now we're starting to draw the combo pieces again, which is problematic, but we can cycle them with Unmovable. So here's where it's really important to keep track of what expensive cards we have left. Now, Enchanting Melody, can we cycle around? We will be playing the Ash, God. That's fine, and then we can pitch the other 3 cards with Unmovable. Actually, Flicker Trick is defense reaction instead. So I guess, again, situational, right? If you can play Flicker Trick, it's fine. If not, Unmovable is the correct pick. We get rid of Red Hearts and cash in. Then on our turn, cash in is important to find before Red Hearts. We can play the other Dust. And then we can block with Flicker Trick. Enchanting Melody doesn't disappear. It shouldn't. Yeah. Now we're at the point where we're grabbing combo pieces. Now, anything to spend them on. This is where it really would pay to have actual equipment for it. Ah, God. We're at 14. It's not small enough. There's no way for me to cycle these cards. We need just something on board for a situation like this where we can spend on and cycle. Even if there was just an aura with an upkeep cost, that would go a long way. I guess we have to attack with something. That's also awful. I mean, we get 2 more draw chances. Problem is, we know Enchanting Melody isn't coming off. So I guess the correct thing to do in a proper match is to soak with the Enchanting Melody and save the Flicker Trick, since we know we have a huge amount of block for the following turn as well. There's 0 cost, right? Yeah. And dragons, not auras. We are playing enough that we could take one of the more expensive weapons. Problem is, it's so necessary, because none of them read that they can attack. It's kind of weird how necessary the weapons are for Illusionist. Alright, well, we Arsenal... That starts the sequence, so that goes in the Arsenal. Right, now we have defensive cards again. Can't sync with either of them, though. Actually, I should have done Fate for Scene as well. At this point, we should just be getting rid of our entire hand. There's 1 tome, so that's sort of helpful. Right, we have a ton of Spectral Shields, that's fine. The question is, do we wait 1 more turn, or do I tome... No, at 11 cards, we wait 1 more turn. We can Fate for Scene, we can see what tome draws into. Right, we already have a Fractal Replication, so we don't really need it. Problem is, if it's at the bottom, I don't think we're drawing through to it. We need a full hand as well. Well, it's double tone, which is kind of what we want, but also means we have to pitch away the cards we draw, which is bad. I think 2 more of them. See, if we could have sunk the Red Hot and Fractal Replication, this would have been fantastic. Because we're probably going to get a cash in, which makes it really bad. But I guess we don't have a choice. Actually, that's not so bad. We only have to play 1 of them. We get rid of a Chromie, and I guess a Fractal Replication. What just happened? I guess they don't show up till I pick both. Nope, I broke it, apparently. Yeah, I broke it. Well, that sucks, because we're close. I finally got to the end where we could try and see the combo, and it's broken. Ah, well, I guess we play pretend. The simple idea is Chromie, Chainlink 1, or an Aether Ashwing, Chainlink 1, Chromie, Chainlink 2, yeah, Aether Ashwing, Chromie, Phantasmal Symbiosis, so that's Chainlink 3, prop the Dreamweavers so that doesn't have Phantasm. Then a Red Hot. You have the action points from Chromie, or you have the Snapdragon Scalers. Right, so they both have go again. Into another Red Hot. Into Fractal Replication. Right, so 4, 5, 6. That should do 4, 5 damage. God, actually, you know what the other component of this that makes it not work? You have to have cards in your deck for this reveal mechanic. I guess this just isn't the go. This isn't the setup. I think it is just Prism. Have we working yet? Alright, let's try again. It's just gone super slow. Oh, we'll listen to the sound effects. Yeah. So in order for this to actually work, we'd have to have 7 cards still in the deck when we combo off. Which means you have to have the ultimate amount of foresight when you stack your pitch. And even then, that's way too extreme. But the burn damage potential would be 4, then 5, so 9, then 6, so 15. Well, actually, no, sorry, it'd be 4, 5, and double 6. So it would do exactly 21, right? Because you get the red hot proc, you get the red hot other proc, and then fractal replication gets double the effect. So it's the 20 points of damage, which is why I really want to get Dromai working rather than just using Prism and Luminaris. Do I have to sync both chromies? I mean, we're not going to have the pitch left to make this work. So I guess we go for a smaller one, just so we can at least see it work. So how do I play this to actually make it work? I mean, I have the Aether Ash Wings for the chain anyway. So I kind of just want to get rid of Tome. So play 1 Tome. Pitch 2. Get rid of a Chromie and the other Tome. Right, we can then play Invoke Chromie. Take their specific dust. Play to red, so they all have go again. Curious, the first dragon attack each turn loses and can't gain. If it doesn't have lose, I guess that doesn't work, so you do Aether Ashwing into Chromie. But we can set up a giant chain link here anyway, and then still do the 8 burn damage. It'll only be 16 because Fractal won't double, because we don't have 2 red hots. I can activate that for 3. Use gold to get a card. Chances are it doesn't work. I still have to do that for 3. Right, because now I have the 1 and the 2. Yeah. We do Aether Ashwing first. Gets no Phantasm. Then do Chromie. Let's see the extra action points. You can then do Phantasmal Symbiosis. Or Dreamweaver into Phantasmal Symbiosis. Alright, that breaks it. Next illusionist attack action card. Okay, but because of that wording, I can actually play it at the start of the chain. Because we're not attacking with any other illusionist cards. Any illusionist attack action cards. Right. Very complicated. Just doing my head in. Chromie, and a Tome. Play Chromie. Play Flamescale Furnace. Play Dreamweavers. Attack with that. Shouldn't go away. Attack with Chromie. I mean, again, because we're against the bot, I can mass attack. Which is cool. Just not enough damage. Alright. And then from there, we have the 3 resources. So we can play Phantasmal Symbiosis first. It loses Dreamweaver. We have the extra action points. We can then name Red Hot. Snapdragons go off of the other Red Hot because we have the action points. Yeah. So we pass. Then play Red Hot. Reels a bunch of cards, does a bunch of burn. Oh, it's doing 5, okay. So we can obviously do it against the practice dummy. Cost 1 or less. No, okay, so I did, oh god. This doing my head in. I think I have to go back to start turn. Have Dreamweaver and Snapdragon Scalers off of the Symbiosis, right? Because it's the 1 cost. 3rd time's charm. Pitch 2, get rid of a Chromie, get rid of a Tome. Play Flamescale. Play Dreamweavers. Good. Play Chromie. Does that count? Next illusion attack action card, no good. Right. Aether Ashwing, so it loses Phantasm. Chromie. Now, that's where you'd probably leave it in a normal match. Do Phantasmal Symbiosis, Red Hot, still on Chainlink 4, so it's fine. Although you need the Draconic Chainlinks, yeah. So you do want to attack with Aether Ashwings. Yeah. Attack with them. They had 2 action points. Attack with the other dragons, why not? Attack with Phantasmal Symbiosis. Red Hots, is what you select. This time, activate the Snapdragon Scalers. Go back up to 2 action points. Play Red Hots. Do 5 burn damage to the practice dummy. Then reaction, and then play Fractal Replication. Right, you can then name another card, doesn't really matter. I don't think any of them have effects. I don't think you can name Chromie. Can you name Chromie? How do you spell Chromie? I can't even. C-R-O? I can. But I don't think it triggers retroactively. Right? And we do another 5 damage. But more importantly, we had to finally see the stats, which is what I want. We're way off of getting the cash in, but we also wanted 2 Fractal Replications, because that's where it gets insane, right? Because Fractal Replication off of 2 Red Hots or Fractal Replication will still double the effect, meaning that you'll get 2 procs of the Red Hot effect. Where's Concede? Alright. I guess I switch. Nope. I want to see how much damage we prevented. Oh well. Overall, I don't think it's actually feasible. Because the situations are, you need the correct sequence of cards, and it's a lot harder than Malady. You then also need a certain amount of cards left in your deck so that Red Hot still procs. So yeah, it's not good. Definitely be fun, again, to stack the effect of Red Hot with Fractal Replication. Stack anything with Fractal Replication. But in this scenario, I think it just doesn't work in Dromai. And it's definitely a Luminaris thing, right? Because Luminaris then takes away the issue of Phantasmal Symbiosis not having go again, Fractal Replication not having go again, and anything in between. Plus, it opens up the playing field to a lot more card choices, because basically between Luminaris and Phantasmal Symbiosis, whatever card you name then has go again, right? So in simple, Snatch probably works, just a ton of card draw and attack, or you could go for crazy effects. To me, the best thing to aim for, the funnest thing I should say, would be Last Ditch Effort, if you could get the extra damage. Or even something like Push the Point, right? Because then that last Fractal Replication would have all the Push the Point damage bonuses if the previous card actually hit. The issue is Push the Point costs, whereas Snatch doesn't. So the general concept is you can then just go on a huge ass sequence. You have Luminaris, you have a yellow card pitched, you use Phantasmal Symbiosis off of Dreamweavers. It's then it doesn't have Phantasm, Chainlink doesn't break, you get to go again, and then you can just play Snatches over and over. That would be the dream. Just a ton of Snatches in a row. I mean, we can try this one out, I suppose. I haven't tested it either. It has a bunch of just defense again. But it should work, the way I'm thinking. Alright, and then you also have like Vestige's Soul for pitch. Which actually, when you pitch a light card, getting that +1 I guess you could get away with some other cards. But once again, you have the issue of searching. Why did I take Halo of Illumination? Again, to sack up the pitch, I think. But that could be swapped out for probably the Crown of Providence. The draw engine is just so big to me. And then if you can chuck another 4 in there, right, give them all +1, yeah, you could just do a huge chain of snatches. I mean, I kind of just want to fish for the right hand, which would be 1 yellow, Symbiosis. Well, I guess I'd still have to find all the snatches. You know what? Yeah, let's have some fun. Get rid of... What do we get rid of? Get rid of that. We'll just take the cards that are for the combo. Or just try and get the combo to pop off. I wish there was a mock way to start with specific cards. That'd be fun. It's just yellow off the Luminaris, right? It's not yellow light? Yeah. I mean, technically against the bot, we can name 2 cards. It doesn't have to be Snatch. The Snatch is just... because of the draw. It's such a cool thing. I mean, we do push the points. And just try and get enough resources. Problem is, only every second one draws. Go... swap to the Crown of Providence. No, Dominion. I've got them backwards. And then maybe... Give me a tome. Was this... if cards put into your hero's soul, draw 3, costs too much. Alright, and then we also... What, do we need anything else? Alright, a yellow card to pitch and some attacks to get rid of. So just give me some yellow attacks. Have any others? Overload, I guess? Yeah, so what's the hand we're trying to get? Definitely cash in, definitely tome, a yellow card to pitch. Alright, we use the halo to guarantee putting a card in our soul. That way Vestige of Soul triggers straight away. But we can also remedy this just with Deep Blue. Which would kind of be the easier way. Very weird looking setup for Prism. But we'll see if we can get the sequence going. So I wish there was just a way to restart against the bot. It probably is. I'm just too dumb to figure it out. Alright, but we have Tome, we have Yellow Card, we have Fractal Replication. It's the end of the sequence though. But we can go for it at the very least. Alright, Deep Blue doesn't actually pitch. Blossom of Spring, that's the better way then. Just the 1 extra resource. Right. Yeah, Blossom of Spring here, because then we could have Art of Ward off the Overload. Let's make that quick change. Right, it's just gain 1 resource, yeah. Still not the right hand. Or if it saved your preferences too. Can I do... No, I can't. I can duplicate? Actually, duplicating that tab might have worked. Don't have time, but we do have the gold. I guess we'll just Arsenal a Snatch. Problem is, it's too stacked for me to actually find the right start. We'll try duplicating it. It might bug out though. Just want to see it in action. Can you not duplicate? Whatever. I think this is a separate instance. Looks like it, yeah. Nope. They're all the same instance. Alright, but we have time again this time, so we're fine. We have to pitch a snatch, but we don't really care. We can activate Blossom of the Spring. Then activate Mage Master. Am I doing this correctly? Yes. Then play Tome. Go to the Yellow Snatch, so Luminaris is active. Yeah, but we didn't find what we wanted. It's unfortunate. Draw 2, buff. Get rid of Push Point Yellow. Yeah, no, this is my bad. I'm gonna cut out the push points. So we need to find Phantasmal Symbiosis for this to actually work. No, actually, cut out the Herald, put in the push points. Maybe Hope Merchant Hood is better, but we can just start with the Cash In and the Tome. I'm pretty sure we'd draw enough cards. Ask and ye shall receive. Maybe. No, so we just drew push the points. It's not so bad because we can pitch it away. And still draw. Draw 2, go buff. Another Art of War. Alright, this time we can pitch the yellow. At least it's active. Draw 2, another buff. Again, it was Fractal Replication. All we needed was Phantasmal Symbiosis there. Because if we can actually get it, then I can cut it and talk about it, which would be better. That's the wrong way. It's the same stars. We do like the fact that it's already half the deck. I suppose I could take the go again and use Snatch to fish for the combo. Nope. Just give me Phantasmal Symbiosis to start in my hand, please. That's all we need. It's my fault for putting in so many snatches. There we are, right? Final. So, I guess we pitched the blue just to have the resources ready. But we kind of pitched the Fractal Replication. Either way, Dreamweaver first. Right, now Phantasmal Symbiosis cannot gain Phantasm. We'll do that. Now we'll pitch the Fractal Replication. We've got the other one in the deck. And now we can do Snatch. Submit. Pass. And now we just burn through Snatches. And they allow us to draw. We don't care about breaking the chain either on this. Yeah, and into more Snatches. Do another Snatch. Into Fractal Replication. Eh? I don't know why it triggered the Art of War effect. What? When you play or defend, it gains the abilities and effects of all illusionist attack action cards. Okay. Interesting. We'll do it anyway. Alright, I have triggered some sort of bug. That has just netted me a ton of push the points, apparently. I mean, it'll still have go again because Luminaris. We really want the other Phantasmal Symbiosis, which we should get if I Art of War here. We have to pitch. It's annoying because we can't get somebody to push the points off. Ugh. Draw 2, blah. Right, now we do push the points. And also, hopefully by his points, your opponent's just out of cards. And then just... Actually, I should have gone blue into red. Well, it doesn't really matter. And then just to push the point for 10. Yeah. So, in that turn, we drew through 20 cards. And we did 52 damage. Yeah. I think Luminaris has been perfectly balanced. So, the objective is pull it off against someone in game. On turn 1, mind you, would be the goal. But I think if we took Overload instead of Push the Point, it'd be better. Also, I should also say that how the Fractal Replication grab the effect of Art of War, I don't know. Gains the ability and effects of all illusion attack action cards on the combat chain. Yeah, no. It shouldn't have had that interaction with Art of War, where it procced it twice, for some reason. Definitely weird. But I think we look for another kind of like Snatch, that is kind of a draw engine. Mischievous Meeps was the big one, but I wish it was in all colors. I mean, do any of the angels draw? Herald of Erudition does, if it gets put into our soul. But it has Phantasm, so that's not so good. We'd stack up gold. That's another way to do it. Then we're also using money where your mouth is. That's why I like Wage Gold, because we don't have to use Phantasmal Symbiosis on it. The only issue is it's 3 cost. So with a bit of resource generation, right, through the Halo and Vestige of Soul, we can definitely do better. But see how much easier that was than the Dromai version, where we have to basically mill our whole deck. Oh, we love that too. First turn omitted. But there you go, 52. Again, we get the, I don't know why it procced Art of War. I wanna do it again though, just to see if that happens. Because there's definitely odd cards that Talishera has never fully messed with. Okay, look at that. We start with Phantasmal Symbiosis, perfect. Right, so cash in off the gold. Draw 2. We have the other Phantasmal Symbiosis too, so we can play Push the Point. We also need to pitch a yellow, which makes me want to pitch a Phantasmal Symbiosis and just forego the Push of the Point at this point in time. Right, because if we get more snatches, Fractal Replication becomes a lot more draw. And also there's the whole Phantasm issue. I mean, the right move here is definitely Dreamweaver, Phantasmal Symbiosis, pitch a yellow, so Luminaris has go again, which means we have to pitch the other one. Right, then we do Snatch. Snatch is now an Illusionist card. Play Snatch. Another Push the Points. So I guess we just play Fractal. Allows us to name Push the Points. They now have go again. Plus it should trigger Snatch. Yeah. Then we can play Snatch again. And then I guess we're just playing Push the Points. And it's still an absurd amount of damage. Right? Not insane? You don't even have to do that. Oh, I wish I could get to 2 resources, so I do have to kind of do it. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, turn 1, pushed for 29 damage. And it wasn't even the longest chain. We didn't get the Tome, we didn't get Art of War. And technically we can do it again, because Phantasmal Symbiosis is back in there. Fractal Replication allows you to copy Phantasmal Symbiosis. So I'm thinking with Luminaris, Prism is definitely the way to go. And you don't have to worry about the effect. We're basically just taking it for the weapon. The question is, how do we build the rest of the deck to actually make it work more effectively? Do I want to put these back in as the pitch enablers? So put a card from your hand into your soul. If it's a light card, draw a card. So you get to pitch one, you get to get rid of a card, and you get to activate the Vestige of Soul. So Halo of Illumination is definitely useful. And you get to activate Luminaris, most likely too. Is it better than the Crown? Kinda? Right? It's what I was running before. Problem is, the chance of it being a light card is the issue. We don't run that many. But it still activates Vestige of Soul. But then we're also not pitching that many light cards. So you know what? No. They're not a good fit. Once per turn, when Celestial Kimono or a non-token opponent you control with Ward is destroyed. Huh. Sucks cutting all the cards, but it's not that hard to put them back in. There's something I need to test with that. Something that was it once per turn? Okay, it's only once per turn, so I can't go too crazy with it. But what I'm thinking straight away is some double dipping with the Celestial Kimono and cash out. Right? Because it's a destroy effect. Destroy any number of weapons or equipment. So you get the silver and you get the one resource. Give me one resource. That's interesting. It might work off of another equipment piece. Because Ward's not the trigger. It's a weird trigger in game. Also, the coloring is really, really weird, right? Once per turn, when Celestial Kimono or a non-token permanent you control with Ward is destroyed. So it doesn't say by Ward. Now we need to science this. There you go, Dream State works. I mean, technically, wording-wise, it sounds like it should work. Whether or not Talashare has it glued in, I don't know. Or whether or not there's an exact ruling against it. No, so we're not getting the resource from it, which is unfortunate. Because again, wording-wise, right? Non-token permanent you control with Ward is destroyed. Gain a resource. Right? As Ward, we cause destruction event. I guess no. It's unfortunate, because that would have been a cool draw engine. But in all honesty, I think we just play Prism exactly how we played Melody, just with a possibly easier chain. Right? So the same draw engines, just with Snatch. I guess chuck Wage Gold in, because it is an illusionist attack. I mean, 7 generate gold with Go Again is pretty strong. Plunder Run, right? That's what I'm thinking of. Next time attack action you control hits this turn, draw a card. No, not quite. I'm sure there's another on-hit effect to draw. Maybe not. I'm sure they would have done more cost basis. But preferably we do want multicolors. which we're probably not seeing trade in, I guess is the closest, but it's discard and then draw, which allows you to fish correctly, I suppose, but doesn't actually further the goal. Even bigger than that could work out. Where we straight up just want on hit draw a card. I guess taking some sort of reaction to make it land is probably worthwhile as well. Pay 3 to draw a card. No, it's better to just take the gold then. So these don't work. I don't think cash out is the correct call. I mean, technically, we only have to pitch 1 yellow for it to work. And there's always just a flood of Spectral again. I'm trying to think, is there a way to get this to work consistently on turn 1 with a full deck? You really just need to run a ton draw. But if you take stuff like Art of War, you need cards to feed into it that aren't Snatch, because Snatch is our golden ticket for Phantasmal Symbiosis. Yeah, there's no 3 color cards. Like, Plunder Run is the closest, but that's just adding on. Scale of Battlefield. Again, cycle a card. Trade in is directly discard. You don't have to worry about the Arsenal effect. Remembrance would be good. We're not going to run an upline, I think, for Halo and Vestige of Soul. I think the go is still Blossom of Spring and Crown of Dominion. Put the cash in back in. Put the Art of War back in. Put all the snatches, the fractal replications. Put the tomes in. Leave the charges a good call, because we do need another go again for the other tome. I suppose we can just run 1, because we have Major Master Boots. This is an instant, but it costs 4 to draw 2, so it's equivalent to cash in, except for the fact that we don't have silver. See, with Vestige of Soul, it's definitely more workable. We don't have light cards. And if we get, wow, if we could put a card into our soul, does that make the 4 cost significantly better? It would still be, for us, most likely 2 cards. 2 cards for 3, so it would be neutral draw. So I guess we kind of want the Herald of Erudition. But I don't want cards with Phantasm. I really want to move away. I feel like it doesn't fit Illusionist, you know? There's more gold generation. Has to be some other draw. So your turn, you may turn face up. Once per turn, when you create a Spectral Shield token, draw a card and put a less than counter on the Librarian. Then if there are 3 or more, banish him. Search your deck for a specialization card, put face up. What are Prism's actual specs? Because I don't think I've ever looked at them. Is it just some of the heralds? Yeah. Genesis is also kind of nice, but it's too slow. Amulets, maybe? I don't think there's any that really work. Yeah, Ignition doesn't work with yellow. That's kind of nice. I think we just want Remembrance. Honda token's also kind of good. But we're not really aiming to play from the arsenal. You know what? If Deep Blue was discard, then we kind of like it more. I guess in Remembrance sense, trade-in is then a little bit better. Because we can use it to thin out the deck and find cards we actually want. Because it's really just about setting up so snatches lead into snatches. And you just have to be able to beat over your opponent's hand before you run out of snatches. In which case, Art of War again is super beneficial. Keep push the point, for now at least. It would be fun. Get a massive chain link going. Anything I'm forgetting? No. Yes, maybe? Yeah, let's just try it again. Draw or Phantasmal Symbiosis? Neither. That's unfortunate. So I guess we just Arsenal a Snatch. That's good timing. We have the Remembrance to pitch. Even if we just concede the damage. But really would love to make it consistent for turn 1, but I don't think there's a way. All we need is straight up mill cards that put every copy of X in your graveyard or something like that. I do fully believe we'll get to the point of combo potential. But anyway, Dreamweaver, Phantasmal Symbiosis, pitch the Remembrance as our yellow, pick Snatch. Right, even if it's blocked, it doesn't matter. Start drawing off the snatches. Or we can use push the points. We'll wait for a second, see what our other card is. Alright, Fractal Replication is probably a bit better to play than the other Phantasmal Symbiosis. If we're just trying to push damage, I guess you'd play everything. Right, so you do Phantasmal Symbiosis. It's not instant. That's a problem. And now we can do push the points. No one has Phantasm, so that's kind of a weakness. But also, first turn, I don't think your opponent would expect you to attack so much. And then we can do Fractal Replication, which we should draw off. So the problem, is it letting me pick? Yeah, it is. It's letting me pick any single card in the game. Till the... When this attacks named card, cards with that. So it does sort of work. Is there a way to bug that out more? Obviously Art of War shouldn't actually trigger, because this is only abilities of all illusionist attacks, yeah. We should draw off of it. And we named push the point so we can start just playing push the points. The damage. So there's probably a scenario where it would be better to play the gold first, but still, it's a lot of damage we're pushing for a turn. We actually see this time because it was on turn 2. Right? So we pushed for 34 damage in a turn. Seems kind of nice, but also strangely doesn't seem that high. See, now if we started Luminaris in Classic Constructed, you'd be able to run 3s, which means that it would be 2/3 of your deck would be the combo. versus Blitz where it's 50%. But definitely be more likely. Tome to start off is nice. Problem is we kind of have to pitch that Snatch. Blossom of Spring. Mage Master. Tome. Or is it better? No, because we need to pitch a yellow for Luminaris. So you do that. Right, and then we also can get rid of the gold at this point. We still get a Snatch. We have the one floating for the Symbiosis. Oh, but I forgot to use Dreamweavers. And Snatch. Yellow's in there. Illusionist is active, so we just play Snatch. We hope to draw continuously into Snatches. If we didn't, which is unfortunate, we get a little bit of draw. We also name Push the Point now. We haven't been seeing the Art of Wars. And it'd just be double Push the Points. Yeah, still a decent chunk of damage pushed. Do you have Art of War? Right, yeah, I do. Alright, and then Remembrance allows us to try and give it another go. With it give and take. I think puts it to the bottom top. Defended by an action card, graveyard on top of your deck. Yes, that's not good enough. What if we do hand? Discard. Into the arena, nope. Belittles to find Minnowism is kind of nice. But it already has Go Again, so it doesn't really need the benefit. Choose an attack action card. If you do, they put that card to the bottom of the deck and create a Ponder token. A card for silver doesn't work because we're not in blue. I mean, we could put ourselves in blue, but then we're also not going positive. Unless we feed them into cash-ins. I guess in this scenario, you still run the Belittles. Right, they still have a decent amount of targets. And you find the Minnowisms to thin out your deck more. But we really need to find a way to go positive at draw. Ghostly Touch. Once returned, remove a haunt counter. Becomes an illusionist ally with Phantasm and costs 3. Nope, way too much. Oak Merchant's Hood allows us to cycle our hand, so that could be useful. I don't think it's more useful than the gold token. They're limited to Angels and Heralds. First time Illusionist attack is destroyed, you can pay 1 for an action point. It's not fantastic. In this scenario, I should say. Obviously very fantastic in actual game. Well, we can take Vest of the First Fist. You gain 2 resources. That could work for some draw, or at least for more push the points. We have Aggressive Prism. You'd also take stuff like Silken Gi to reduce cost. God, if there was just one more on-hit draw card that again had three copies, we'd be super happy. Time skippers for the action points instead of Mage Master. No, because you have to pitch so much into it. Or Stubby Hammerers would be fantastic here too. I think that a lot of bands should be class specific. Gnome is a... it's the -1 to the deck, but it bogs this down because you draw into it and it kills the chain. Although, we only really want a big chain for fractal replication so that it can then draw off the snatches, because that's the dream, right? The perfect hand would be Phantasmal Symbiosis, 3 snatches. Yeah, and then one of those snatches gets you a fractal replication. And that way the chain can end up drawing you a ton of cards. I mean, you'd still need a yellow, I suppose. So I guess you'd want cash in to start so you can go positive. I mean, one of these days we'll get it. God, what does the library do? For more cards with yellow color strips in the pitch zone, they gave 1 intellect until the end of turn. I mean, that could be cool to use. We get the resources for Tome of Divinity. I think we could actually, with enough draw. And it's instant, so it doesn't break the chain. Right, so these two as draw engines are significantly better than Tome and Cash In. Maybe we'll even drop one down. Because Cash In without the gold is Tome of Divinity, but Tome of Divinity is better. And that's 23 out of the 40 cards now, which is really good. Then we can take all Minnowisms and all Belittles. That's another 12 cards. So we're basically at the deck. Except... Come on, give me a good signing hand. Sort of there, we're missing the Phantasmal Symbiosis. There's always a chance at a dream. Still sort of a chance at a dream. Only 3 resources though. So in this scenario, the Blossom Spring would have been better. Or even Deep Blue. To turn Push Point into yellow, blue. 3 resources versus upgrading. That's the question. We can burn the Remembrance, put the cash in back. Pass. Put that in our arsenal. Block with the 2 pusher points. And hopefully find what we're looking for. Maybe we cut out the red versions of push points. Also, I think I did that. No, that's correct. We take 2. Question is, how's it work now? We have to play Art of War. We want to put a yellow, but then we also want to sink a card. As much as I obviously want to build to Fractal Replication, we need to play it smart. And snatches are more valuable as long as we end up getting what we're looking for, which we're not. At least they're being buffed up. Right, there's the Phantasmal Symbiosis. Don't have the resources for the Tome of Divinity. We should be able to get there eventually. We can do that. No, sorry, do Dreamweaver first. This one's going to be quite small, unfortunately. But we need to test as we slowly grow the deck. Do a snatch. I guess it's just all dependent on how long your chain is. And basically, as soon as we hit a card that isn't snatched, that's when we play the Tome of Divinity. Except now, because it doesn't pitch. So this breaks the chain, which we don't like. It ruins Fractal Replication. Play Snatch. Yeah, so there's a push point. So now we can do Tome of Divinity. Character replication will only draw one, which is unfortunate, but it does allow us to then name... No, it doesn't, because the other card's not on here. Alright, so we got the bug again. Where it must be taking all of the Art of War effects if it's buffed. Which is obviously not intended. Kind of weird. I only triggered once, interestingly, though, that time. Yeah, that's definitely not intended. Chain doesn't matter, so we can do Mage Master into Tome. Then we can do the other Tome of Divinity. What's our last card? Is it the other? No, we use both fractal replications. Yeah, so now it's just about how we push the most damage, which is just strictly Snatch. Phantasm can pop, but it's fine. Right, it's still better for the push the points. Doesn't matter what we pitch. And push the points. And play it. Alright, so we still ended up, again, pushing a pretty crazy amount of damage, when you really think about it. Ended up doing 48. Yeah. Very quickly, too. This could be a decent aggro deck. The bug's an issue, though. I think Vest is not quite feeling right. But yeah, so this is what we really want. Just turn one, start. Obviously, again, we're playing with half a deck. It's not going to be as great. But with the right amount of draw, it could be. Again, this scenario, Blossom of Spring with Art of War would be nice. But the fact that we can use Push a Point is decent too. Art of War, push the points, banish, buff. Suppose we could also take the go again in case we don't get Phantasmal Symbiosis. We're just wanting the most damage. Tome of Divinity, we don't have a blue, so that doesn't matter. We have a yellow, so Fractal Replication does give us go again. We have to generate 2 off of it. No. Yeah, deep blue. Right, I'm floating all over. Which one's best? Blossom of Spring is not as good as I'm thinking because we can Art of War into it. Right, and then that allows us to pitch the yellow card if we have one. What's the other option? Deep blue in this scenario would be a lot better, right? Because we could get rid of the red card, like push the points and play Tome. Best of the Fist requires the attack to gain 2. So it's either a card or an attack. So it's whether or not we're trying for setup or to extend the chain. I think I like Deep Blue. I think we inventory it for once. Starting hand. Yeah, so no Phantasmal Symbiosis, so it's the feels bad. And Naked Tome of Divinity as well. And we can do that. Pitch the blue, hope for another blue. And then that would make Tome of Divinity work. Oh, this is actually kind of good. Problem is it's not yellow. In which case yellow would have been better. Right? Because I actually have to pitch the tome or the snatch. So I guess we go Dreamweaver. Symbiosis. Pitch the... Oh, we have one resource left over. Okay, but we can make that work because we can proc the Mage Master Boost to spend the resource. Because we need to get a go again with the Luminaris. Alright, do Snatch. Play Snatch. Chances are, though, that one would get blocked. Then we do Fractal Replication. We can then push the points. You can then break up the chain, because it doesn't matter now. Get an attack. Use Art of War. Banish, buff, and hope for more snatches. Perfect. And snatch. Draw a card. That'd be another snatch. To push the point. I mean, push the point does have go again at this point, so it's just damage. It's not quite what it was. It's still 25 damage, turn 1. Which definitely feels good. Just, it's so well balanced. They know not to give ways to go positive and card draw. Then it would be just too busted. Gold is the closest we're getting from the feel of it. Which if we, again, we could change to try and run mostly blues, then take gold gain effects. I mean, wage gold is pretty strong already. But even like performance bonus, bonus becomes a pretty hefty obstacle. Right, because it's just on hit, generate gold. If we can use Phantasmal Symbiosis, that's fine. I mean, I really want to get like Tenacity or Last Ditch Effort to work. It's just the stacking buff seems so cool. The other thing is if you can just get one snatch, fractal off. I mean, if you had Symbiosis, snatch, fractal. That would be the greatest opening hand. Except you're one short of go again. So you need cash in, and cash in would have to net you yellow and one of those pieces. I mean, I can show it, but I wouldn't be able to draw off of it, which is unfortunate. What's a better way to show it? I guess instead of snatch, yeah, we'll try and show it off. I guess just push the point. No, you know what, we'll do the Last Ditch Effort. Okay. Alright, we'll see how this looks. So get rid of push the points, get rid of snatch, get rid of Art of War. We need one Symbiosis. We're basically just fishing for the correct opening hand. Although Last Ditch Effort costs 3, so it's actually not as good as what I'm thinking. Yeah, because we wouldn't have the way to generate the resource. And we still need a yellow card to pitch. So you'd want the other Phantasmal Symbiosis, because that's your yellow card to pitch. Right, and then you just need one strong attack. And then duplicate. What can we do? You want a 0 cost attack. That has a good effect. What are our choices? Blind Strike? Nope. Something that gets buffed in some way. I mean, Coax Commotion, and then reap the effects over and over again. Build the top card of your deck into your villain attack action. If you do banish it, this gets minus. You don't have attacks. You know what? We'll just do performance bonus, and that way the gold is representative. of the damage gain. Right? But everything else is we have to pay something to benefit. Tenacity would be the better one to use in this scenario. But then it also requires your opponent to block for it to actually end up being buffed. Lipox would be a fun effect, actually. Take, like, this round's on me to flood their hand. But the problem is, as soon as you throw it out, they block it. I suppose it's also a way to cut their hand down to size. Yeah, let's see. So, again, we want cash in our opening hand. That's basically it. Draw 4. Cash in goes into 2. I'm one card over, am I? And take Blossom Spring for the Phantasmal Symbiosis. No, because again we're pitching the other Phantasmal Symbiosis into it. Does it even work? It's 2 to 5 cards. Our 5 cards should be Phantasmal Symbiosis, 2 and 2. Right, but then we need one other card. Oh god. This is like chess. I need one other way to go positive and draw, I think. I guess an Art of War with 2 more attacks. You might be messing it up, but we'll see. I think that Snatch is still going to be the best bet. This crazy amount of draw. I still took the best. But we have the cash in. We do cash in off the gold. We can then do Art of War. We don't have a yellow to pitch here, so that's actually a bust. Almost right. Right, we have the yellow. So cash in, off the gold. Hopefully get Phantasmal Symbiosis, perfect. Then we can do Art of War, pitch a yellow, banish and go again. No, banish and buff. Yeah, and the hope was then to draw into another performance bonus. No, again, we still need to get to 5 cards, which is the issue. Then we do Dreamweaver. Procs. Yep, Phantasmal Symbiosis. Name, performance bonus. Oop. How do I backspace? I guess I type again. Right, so now that's an illusionist attack. Even if it's blocked, it still has to go again. I guess we can do the resources, doesn't really matter. Performance bonus. Actually, it kind of does, because now we can get the gold. Before, and then a fractal replication. Again, I don't know why it's piggybacking the Art of War effect. Whatever. It's making us do it again. Okay. We have nothing else to draw. Name, doesn't really matter. Art of War. Alright, so that lands. How much gold do we get? We got 1 gold, right? Because it just mimicked performance bonus. What we want to see is this one. It should grab the performance bonus, and then it should grab the fractal replication, which then should grab the performance bonus. So it should generate 2. The way you piggyback those, if you go performance bonus, or whatever cards, into 2 fractal replications. That's when it becomes exponential. Again, doesn't really matter. Alright. Fortunately it didn't. It only generated 1 gold, it looks like. Which makes me think it doesn't copy... No, okay. That makes sense. It copies the base ability, although the base ability is then to copy something. God, that's a headache. And it stacks the Phantasmal Symbiosis. I don't know, this is very weird. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there. We'll return the deck back to what it was. Put that in. Take out the forms bonus. Put in all the forms of draw that we want. We also want Remembrance, it's yellow. We want Snatch. And I do like Push the Points. And just a fun aggro prism. Right, and that is 27 cards of the deck. Then, to flesh it out, I think we just take Belittles. And Minnowism. Which then also allows you to stack resources for some of the spenders. So taking some cards to generate gold or silver could actually still work. We're 1 card short. What'd you take? I don't think there's any other main forms of draw that we're missing. No, I took both copies of Tome. Taking both copies of Tome is actually a mistake. We only have 1 Mage Master Boot. So we could take Inline Strike, I guess. If you made it into an Illusionist attack, it's fine. I guess Mischievous Meeps is better. Because it already has Go Again, and if it hits, it's equivalent to Snatch. Yeah, so we're just a whole buttload of draw. No, we'll take it for a spin. We'll see what we can do. Alright, so I don't think we try to combo off. That'd be great too. You really just need a Phantasmal Symbiosis. As soon as you get that, then Luminaris comes into play. Everything else looks good. But we're definitely the aggressor. Push the point work, it does. 3 or less, yeah, perfect. What you can do is... we want to pitch Minnowism, reveal, push the point, get the other Minnowism, use Art of War. Right, and that would still be our aggressive turn. Right, yellow's activate Luminaris in case we draw into Phantasmal Symbiosis. Question is, do we go big or small? We don't need the resources because again a lot of our cards are cheap. It deals 3. Alright, and then we also have the best for resources. Yeah, so we can definitely always go the aggressive route. Use Art of War, banish, buff. Or push the point, hope for some more attacks. Fractal Replication is definitely the misdraw. If that was Phantasmal Symbiosis and a Fractal Replication, then at least we could turn push the point into Lucius attack, and then end with a Fractal Replication. But we can still play them? No, they have no attack. You kind of just play push the point, and then hold the other pieces. Again, we're hoping for Symbiosis. Yeah, so it's still very draw reliant, which just is not a thing, really, in Flesh and Blood. It's just so much about utilizing what you have rather than looking for specific things, which is fantastic. Again, I will never stop raving about how balanced the game is or how great it feels to play it as intended. But I do look for combos, I do look for things that are a bit funner, to some extent, and break the game, say less rigid. So we will try and get it off. Right? Phantasmal Symbiosis, a nice long chain of snatches into a Fractal Replication. Anyway, we'll leave it there though. Anyone hanging around? Thank you, and anyone watching post, thanks as well.